Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Venkat. Today I have come up with something very interesting, that is I'm gonna start a series of videos on spoken English. Yes, you have rightly heard about a free course on spoken English. During this course, I'll take you through all the essential lessons that you require to speak impeccable English, and I also assure that you'll become comfortable in day-to-day conversational English. Well, I would like to begin by saying that this is day one and it covers two days. And I should also tell you that this lesson is followed by a story narration using doodles. In doodles, there is a pattern to be understood to avoid dreadful mistakes in English. Usually, doodles fall under the category of simple present tenses. We use these two auxiliaries in different situations. For example, I can say we use doodles to talk about something that happens regularly or frequently or very often, or actions that have become an integral part of our life. Besides this, the greatest advantage of using doodles is you can give a story narration in a simplified manner. Before I begin, I would like to take you through a small table that consists of types of verbs in detail. So if you see the table here, the verbs have been categorized into 5 different types. If you have a look at its base form for he, she, it, ing form, past form and past participle form. If you have a look at the list of verbs I have taken here, it becomes come when it comes to V2, and it's coming, came and come. And go, goes, going, went, gone. Watch, watches, watching, watched, watched. Ask, asks, asking, asked, asked. Name them as if V1, V2, V3, V4 and V5. So, my dear students, I would like to advise you that learn as many verbs as you can so that it comes in handy when you speak in English. Well, we also have subject to pronoun to discuss, because based on subject to pronoun, we can select verbs appropriately. For example, if the subject to pronoun is singular, that is he, she, it, we take verb in S or ES form, while we use verb in base form for plural nouns such as I, we, you, they. Now, let's take a look at how to frame the sentences here. Before that, let me tell you something very important, that is how to frame structure of the sentence. If you see the structure of the sentence here, I have referred the subject plus verb in base form plus object. And in similar manner, it's subject plus verb in S or ES form plus object. Pertaining to statement 1, the above structure, I have referred the statement here. It's we go to college every day. While as far as S or ES form is concerned, I have referred example like he goes to college every day. Looking at these two statements, what do you understand? You understand that the plural subject to pronoun do not require S or ES form. Therefore, we say we go to college rather than we goes to college. Look, the simple fundamental to understand the difference between these two statements, the structure of the sentence to be followed very carefully so that you can avoid dreadful mistakes and you can also become more content while speaking in English. Before moving ahead, let's take a pause and try to have an understanding on how to use do does in singular subjective pronoun. If you see the example that I have referred here, he goes to college every day, not he go to college every day. That means verb in S or ES form do not follow plural noun. It follows singular subjective pronoun. Now let's move on to another way of using do does, that is using do does in talking about timetables or schedules. If you see the examples that I have listed, the movie starts at 6 p.m. In similar manner, the train arrives at 2 p.m. This is more often used when we travel somewhere by train. And if you see the third example that I have listed here, the meeting starts at 9 a.m. So this is also very familiar expression. Let us say, for instance, we are having frequent discussions at offices with co-workers. Such cases we say, the meeting starts at 9 a.m. with our boss or manager. We also have negative statements for do does. Do becomes don't, and does become doesn't in the context of negative sentences. If you see the structure of the sentence here, it's a subject plus don't or doesn't plus verb in base form plus object. Now let's take a look at examples we have listed. He doesn't sing well. If you notice this particular statement, the helping verb already has es form, hence the main verb won't require s or es form further. In similar manner, if you notice another two example, she doesn't go to gym, he doesn't ask questions. Now let's take a look at relevant examples on don't. If you see the examples here, I don't watch movies, we don't judge them every time. So remember one thing, my dear friends, the best way to learn and practice these examples, learn the structure first, then put it over the paper. After that, recite as many times as you want to others, so that you become perfect in using them, and you can also sound more advanced in using do does. Now let's move on to another important part of this lesson, that is framing interrogative sentences. It's very simple to frame interrogative sentences here. Place do or does in the beginning of the sentence, then put subject next to it, then frame the question. If you see the list of examples here, do you play cricket? Does she drink coffee? Doesn't he watch movies? By seeing these particular statements, you could have understood that whenever we have auxiliary in the sentence, the main verb won't require s or es form. In similar manner, if you see another two examples, the verb hasn't changed here. That means the verb followed by the subject is in base form, not in s or es form. Hope this is clear to you. You have understood the lesson. Let's quickly encapsulate what we have discussed so far. Let's quickly dive into the examples here. So I have taken single verb to sound more explicit here. As far as positive statement is concerned, I play cricket. When it comes to interrogative sentence, do I play cricket? And negative sentence would be I don't play cricket, and negative interrogation is don't I play cricket. Hope you have understood this lesson, and in continuation to part 1, I'll make part 2 to make you understand how to describe a story using do does. Until then, follow my channel. If you haven't subscribed it, please do subscribe my channel. Thank you.